When it's time to find work, most people chase a job to prove something, to show they made it, to silence the doubt, to feel like they're somebody. But what if your job was never meant to prove anything? What if it was meant to reveal who you are, whoever you are right now? Don't box yourself in. Don't try to fit somebody else's idea of success. Use your work to explore who you're becoming. Every shift, every grind, every moment that tests your patience. That's the lesson. Don't just clock in, collect them, because your career ain't just a paycheck, it's a classroom. And if you really pay attention, your 9 to 5 will teach you things no school ever could. About patience, about pride, about pressure, and about who you truly are when nobody's watching. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Uncle Ray. To all my nieces and nephews, this is a space where we talk real about life, purpose, growth, and mindset. No fluff, just lessons I've lived and wisdom you can use right now. So sit back, reflect, and let's grow together. Your job will always reflect something back to you. Your habits, your fears, your strengths. Every role you take, every project you touch is showing you something about yourself. The trick is paying attention. You might think your job is just temporary, just a paycheck, but even that's a test. If you hate your job, ask yourself why. Is it the work itself or the way you handle things when it gets uncomfortable? Maybe you realize you can't stand being told what to do. That tells you something about your need for freedom. Maybe you're always the one coworkers come to for help. That shows you've got leadership in you, even if your title doesn't say it yet. Or maybe you notice you lose focus when the work has no meaning. That's not laziness. That's your soul asking for purpose. These patterns are clues. They tell you what kind of environments help you grow and which ones drain you. They show you how you handle pressure, how you deal with people, and what kind of energy you bring when no one's watching. Why does this matter? Because your career isn't separate from who you are. It reveals who you are. If you ignore what your work is showing you, you'll keep repeating the same situations in different jobs. Same frustration, same burnout, same lessons waiting to be learned. But if you observe instead of just complain, you start to understand yourself. And that understanding, that's alignment. That's how you start shaping a career that actually fits who you are, not who the world told you to be. Everybody's out here searching for the perfect job, that one gig that finally feels right, pays right, looks right. But let me tell you something. Alignment doesn't happen overnight. It's built through awareness. You got to stop chasing the perfect thing and start learning from the thing that's in front of you. Every stage of your work life should answer a question about who you are. Maybe that warehouse job taught you discipline, getting up at 5 a.m., showing up tired but still showing up. That's self-respect training right there. Maybe that retail job taught you people skills, how to read energy, how to deal with attitudes, how to keep your cool when the world's loud. Maybe that creative project showed you what lights you up, how time disappears when you're in your zone. That's not random. That's a signal. Or maybe that corporate desk job taught you something too. That sitting still, following rules, clocking in just to survive, that ain't for you. That's not failure. That's clarity. See? All of it is data. Every job, every role, every moment of frustration or flow, it's all pointing you toward what truly fits. Why does that matter? Because when you stop waiting for the right opportunity and start using each one as a mirror, you stop wasting time, you start collecting information about yourself. And once you know what's not for you, you can move faster toward what is. That's how alignment works, not through luck, but through awareness. You learn, you adjust, and one day you wake up doing something that finally feels like you. Use your work to experiment. Treat every opportunity like a lab, but try things, test your instincts, and if something feels off, don't just quit. Ask why. Was it the people? Was it the mission? Was it the routine? That's how you learn what environments help you grow and which ones drain your energy. Maybe you took a job in retail and realized you love talking to people. The connection, the rhythm, the energy of it. That tells you something about where you shine. Or maybe you worked in an office and noticed how you lose focus when things get too repetitive. That's not laziness. That's your creative side trying to breathe. You might even try freelancing or side hustles and see how you handle freedom. No boss, no schedule, just you and your discipline. That'll tell you more about yourself than any paycheck could. Every job you take is a chance to test a part of you. Every mistake is feedback. Every uncomfortable moment is a clue. This matters because if you treat work like a trap, you'll always feel stuck. But if you treat it like training, Every experience becomes useful, even the ones you don't like. You start to realize you weren't just working for money. You were studying yourself, and the more you learn, the clearer your direction gets. You stop asking, what should I do with my life? And start knowing what kind of life actually feels right for me. Most people only show up to work for the check, and yeah, the money matters. But the lesson matters more. Every job you've ever had has something to teach you. If you're paying attention, the way you deal with pressure, how you communicate with people, what kind of energy you bring when things go wrong, that's all part of your education. You might be working at a restaurant, but you're really learning service, timing, patience, teamwork. You might be on a construction site, but you're learning discipline, structure, consistency, how to show up every day, even when you don't feel like it. You might be behind a camera, behind a desk, or behind a register. It doesn't matter. Every environment is teaching you something about yourself, your habits, and how you operate under pressure. See, when you start treating your job like school, you stop waiting for the real thing to start. You realize this is the real thing. This is where you build the skills that will carry you to the next level. Because the truth is, money can come and go, but the knowledge, the discipline, the mindset you pick up along the way, that's what makes you valuable. So don't just work to get paid, work to get educated. Every shift, every challenge, every lesson is all preparing you for the version of yourself you're becoming. So wherever you are right now, whether you love your job, hate it, or you're somewhere in between, remember this: you're not just working for money. You're working for understanding. Every experience is shaping you. Every lesson is building you. Even the moments that don't make sense right now, they'll matter later. Don't rush the process. Use it. Let your work show you who you are, what you value, and what kind of life feels true to you. Because the goal isn't just to make a living, it's to make meaning. And when who you are and what you do finally start to line up, that's not just success, that's peace.